Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be looking at a drink called AleSmith Speedway Stout, New Orleans Café. But before we do, and you end up liking this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and hit that notification bell for more beer reviews. I greatly appreciate it. So, we'll look at this bottle here for a bit. God dang, I wish it didn't print so little. But it is what it is. New Orleans Café. Coffee and chicory. Whatever chicory is. Clue. Serving time. Serving temp. Serving temp. 50 to 55. Speedway Stout. Canned on. This one's a little old. This one is a little old. But I believe these darker beers are okay to age a little. So maybe they'll taste better. So a little bit about the brewery. It's AleSmith Brewing Company. They've been around since 1995. 1995. So we're going to take a look at this. See if we can create a head on it. I hear carbonation. It's got to be carbonated. I see a bit of a head. The light is not coming through, and it's bright out. Very bright. Didn't get much of a head there, so I hope it's got enough carbonation. I'm sure it does. So, taste this little thing. Definitely carbonated. Definitely strong. You can definitely taste coffee and chocolate. A little bit of chocolate. Definitely tastes coffee. I didn't look at how many milligrams of caffeine this thing has. I don't think it says it here in the can. If it does, I don't know where. I don't think it does. Put a dark green print on black. They obviously don't want me to read that. It is what it is. So this beer has a 12% ABV and a 70 IBU rating. Now, if you want a stronger beer that has coffee in it, but you don't like beers with high IBUs, don't let that fool you, because you really can't. The hops really isn't the main thing in this beer. I taste a little bit but there's so much alcohol in there that's what you taste. It's a very strong alcohol flavor. So the beer style of this beer is a imperial stout, and that's my dog out there. She's out on the porch. Some days my dogs like to hang out on the porch. So they hang out on the porch. So this house used to be well, it is a duplex. I've been here 32 years, bought it back then. And somebody moved out over a year and a half ago. I just kept it empty and used it to record videos. And there was a nice porch right outside the door, and the door is just 4 feet away from me. And a very, very nice porch. It's a very nice porch to view all the nice people walking by that attract my attention. All kinds of them. Because there's a very large employer just a couple blocks, about 3 blocks down the road. Very large employer. Let's see. Beer ratings and reviews. Speedway Stout has a solid reputation in the craft beer world. So the aging potential, this beer has an aging potential for this beer. This stout has some serious aging potential. You know, these darker beers, you're able to, and the higher alcohol, you're able to age them for a while. And I'm not talking 1,000 years, but a couple of years. I mean, you could try it 1,000 years. Probably won't be around to enjoy it though. But if that's what you want to do. Now my dog's scratching at the door. So this stout has a pretty long shelf life. You could easily keep it around for a couple of years. And the influence of yeast strain on the taste. The yeast in this beer plays a subtle but important role. A lot of yeast will add a lot of flavor, but it seems that other things are flavoring this beer. You got a lot of grain in this beer being this strong, and that's probably adding to a lot of the flavor, and the yeast is pretty much not as much. So a close look at the hops used. The hops aren't the star of the show, but they do add a nice touch of bitterness to balance out the sweetness. And you would think a regular drink or another drink, if it had a 70 IBUs, it would be, the hops would definitely be the star of the beer, but not in the case here. And I think it's because it's so much alcohol in it, and the grains just have the different flavors, and so does the yeast, not so much. But this is a strong beer. So it would be definitely more of the grains would be the star of the show for the beer. Let's see, what else? Different kind of malts used in this to create a rich, layered profile, flavored profile. You gotta remember, I've had a few today. This is my 5 o'clock review. I've done this beer before, but I wanted to try it again after a few to drink. After a 5 o'clock. I've always had a few after 5. Because I start much earlier. So this is my second review. I want to do another review to see how it tastes after 4 or 5 beers. And it does taste better, I think. I'm guessing everything does then. It's still pretty strong. And I say this about every beer. If you get a good deal on it, buy a can if you can. If you could buy it in a can, single can. I go to, I don't even know where I got this, but I go to a brew shop or a liquor shop. It's a liquor warehouse, and they have a selection of like 800 different beers that you could buy one single can or bottle. So that's how I do that. It's a hell of a deal. And they have 10 different stores up in the cities in the same branch or same franchise or same business. And I asked one of the ladies if that selection of singles is different at every store, and she said yes. So if that's the case, then they have 8,000 different beers. I mean, that'd be the smart way to do it. So you can tell I've had a few. Well, I have no idea what I brewed or what I scored this as the last time. I'd say when you're a little buzzed up, it might be a 7. It is a strong beer. Just remember, I'm tooted up a little here. So, but it is strong. It's very strong. 12%. I know there's a lot stronger beers, but that doesn't mean this ain't strong. It's strong. Plus it's got a caffeine kick too. Don't drink it at night. But definitely don't drink 2 of these at night. If you got to work in the morning. I don't got to work in the morning. I don't really work anymore. This is my job. Drinking beer. So I think I score this a 7. If I did not, I score this a 7. So I think I better get off of here before I repeat everything. So thanks for joining me today, and we'll see you next time. Peace.